let us continue playing Motorsport Manager, where, in all honesty, we are going to have some problems coming up soon. Currently, our team stats look rather bad. Headquarters is 8th best, which is possibly better than I thought it was going to be. Staffing is actually quite good. We're about 6th and just below average. Our drivers, in spite of them being our ace Dulatev and our current top driver and 6th in the championship, Balcazar, are actually the worst pairing on the grid, and that's really depressing because actually I'd love to keep these two. Love to keep them. They both have enough potential to upgrade further. Dulatev will actually eventually be better than Balcazar if the development race keeps going. Our car is 9th best on the grid, which, you know, we're just promoted from GP2. Stuff and things to do. Well, car condition upgrade, we've got 34 hours and we have an interview. I've been told I should probably reject these, and actually in retrospect I agree, but let's see. Yeah, let's go with that. Actually, he's not unhappy at that answer, which I'm amazed at. So yeah, stand by the team. Stand by the team. Headquarter upgrades, we've got a level 2 simulator and a wind tunnel being built soon. That will give me some more driver perks. I've been looking at factory upgrades, and that might be something we have to consider soon, just because that would give us the actual ability to fully upgrade any parts we get. We're getting good on some of these, and we know one of those will be upgraded to Epic soon. It's now just a case of trying to keep involved in things. And oh god, what's happened to Dulatev now? He's lost 20 points of morale and -2 to his focus permanently. Dula's not going to be happy with us. Okay, but anyway, we're now into performance upgrades, and for Yokohama we need brakes, suspension, and engine upgrades. So let's go for brake reliability and suspension reliability, especially as we got that new one we just got in. I think that's fine. We'll keep going on the gearbox route for the moment. Because there'll be a bit of a time jump before we get to there. Sponsor issues there now. We're down already to the 4 stars, and this unfortunately is because of Balcazar, who's not as much of a sponsor target as previously. But we have some low options, which is awesome for us. Now, we have a 3 times bonus coming up for Japan, and that might be the only time we can pull that off. The downside with this, as I see it, is that that's a possibility of that increase. It's a possibility. It's not a guaranteed. This is a guaranteed, and oddly that makes it the better choice. It's the same payment for qualifying a race and that. However, we're going to take this because I still think 7th is possible, and it gives us kind of the best of both. It's only for 3 races, and it gives us a slight funding boost immediately. So we'll go with that. But yeah, that's the end of our 5-star sponsor track. So we're going to start having our money dip down, which may or may not prove to be a problem. Okay, suspension 2 is finished. That means I can actually now trade out that, put that in. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So let's think about what we can design next. I could go for another suspension actually here. Oh, reliability but extra risk, and we have no way to mitigate that, and all the bonuses are those types of bonuses. Alright, what do we need for Beijing? Engines, acceleration, deceleration. Well, suspension is our best part, engine is our second best part. I'm guessing, though, we should probably work on focusing on the brakes because they're cheaper, or go for an engine now while we can still afford it. So if we took an engine, that takes us up to 1292. We wouldn't get it for the race, though. But we would have it for next race, and be able to then do some upgrades. Or do I go without the engine for now and work on parts that I'm actually going to have? So, for example, the brakes. So I go 10 and 10. That gives me 50% reliability, an actual boost as well. I think brakes are probably the best way to go at the moment. I might even have a chance of getting them actually installed on the car. And it is a brake circuit, so if we gamble a little bit here, because we're only going to use one of these if we have those brakes, and we'll have enough days to do some minor improvements. So I'm going to gamble and only upgrade these 5 parts, and just see what happens with this. Okay, awesome. So that got them into the 70 range, which is very good for us. Telemetry center, could definitely do with one. Okay. So as we can now go and improve the other brake. For reliability purposes, that's fine. Not going to be as good as the other one, but it will be an overall better part, which, you know, we kind of need to do. Can then go and build another brake, which won't be done by the next race, but it will... I suppose we can spend $500,000 to make it done for the next race, but I'm not sure we'd get any bonus out of it. Unless I just wanted to make a highly reliable one. Which, you know, doesn't seem like the best of ideas. So I'm going to take the 10 and 10 and also this. So I'll make this one take longer. We'll do the extra time there. 650,000 seems fine. Let's build it. Okay, and that will move our brakes up the order, we hope. Okay, financial management concerns. Apparently we're running out of cash, which, you know, given this team's reputation, I don't begrudge the chairman complaining at me about this. What do we spend the whole of season 3 in the red? The whole of it? But no, I feel that's being slightly unfair. Also, headquarters now downgraded to 9th. I think we've actually gone down a position. But we have things on the build, so... I'm guessing... Oh, maybe nobody did. Or maybe somebody just built a telemetry center and that's what they were being complained at. Pit stop training. Okay, hold on. Let's just check my staff out a little bit here. So, actually, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, in all honesty, Dulatev's race engineer is much better at pit stops. It's $500,000 cost. It's not a cheap thing. But actually, I approve of this, so say no more. Making our pit stops better has got to be a good plan. So yeah, a 19 pit stop. And also a 12 pit stop there. And these stats do upgrade. It's not as if they're stopped. With our staff center. That might actually be something we want to improve in the near future, actually. How much is a staff center upgrade? Another 7.5 million. This might be one I consider doing because this, you know, improved stats on our actual baseline staff would actually be a bit of a benefit. And obviously more fitness is always a good thing. Well, let's see what we can do. Not sure quite why it stopped there, but okay. So, on to race day. We're going to go for our 7 for better pick here. 2.4 million is not a small amount coming in. Okay. So Dilatev is angry because he's our number 1 driver and he's not been given the best of components as of yet. Which, you know, is a bit of a shame. But it's just the way we're going to have to do this. So... I think it's not bad, actually. The only thing is possibly the brakes are a little dodgy here. But... let's go on. So... that's now made you angry. That's because the parts aren't good anymore. Oh, well, that's just upset everybody here. Well, you know what? You can be angry at the car. Oh. It's -7 versus a minus... I mean, Dilatev is just going to go into a morale plummet, isn't he? I'm sure he is. Oh, well. The other good news is I believe now you've actually hit the first unlock, which is in higher engine mode. So Balcazar can push her engine much more reliably than everybody else. So we're going to have to hope for this. Alright, tyre situation then. So this is a medium tyre wear circuit. So let's go 6. 6.5. Actually, let's just load up on the super softs here. So I imagine we'll need more of those. So we'll go 9.51. The one medium we might use in the race, it depends. And obviously we've got the option of possibly a soft strategy later. Yeah, we'll do it like that instead, actually. Okay, so to Japan for our second race. And possibly one of our last opportunities to pick up some decent points. But we'll see how it works out. We might be able to luck some strategies out, especially if it rains, which Balcazar has some bonuses to. It's all about those situational chances, and in the rain we have the chances. We made major gains last year in Canada because of weather. If we can do a race like that, it doesn't matter that our car is slower. We can make up ground. So send our 2 drivers for feedback. Again, kind of plan here. Just grab our initial super soft quality setup, and then, well, yeah, but we'll spend a bit of time just getting the setup right. Do super softs, do race trim. Actually, I should really set this up. With the race track, Yokohama. We've been to Yokohama, haven't we? Yeah, 17.7. 17.7, 27.7. I forgot how to play this game. That's what I've done. I forgot how to play the game for half a moment. 63 and 63. Tire choice soft, super soft. And over to you. 17.7, 27.7. Minus 2.8, 63 and 63. Okay. Let's go out there. Let's take practice. So, Dealer's wants to go straight onto a race trim. We're actually... Wouldn't be the best thing in the world. We've only got 12 minutes. So, actually, yeah, you can start on the race trim side of a strategy. Balcazar can go out and do some quali stints. I might still bring them straight back in. It depends how the progression goes, but we want the super softs to be good. Which is probably our best chance of actually being good. Dealer's should also be able to stay ahead on a... because of his bonuses in this area. Unfortunately, Balcazar's still suffering from a load of penalty minuses because of the burglary. But through for the qualifying lap, so... or rather, the duel for best driver lap. Balcazar temporarily top, and we do look good there. I mean, we look like Ferraris. Maybe we can go like Ferraris. We can't, but there's always that hope. And we've nearly got Super Softs level 1. There you go. Super Soft level 1. Might just focus on that a little more here. Stay on the same. Balcazar doing quali. Dealer's doing race, at least until we get a bit more setup here. Well, Balcazar's not happy with the speed balance. I think she recorded a lot of this back. Or if she did, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's shift that up to about 18.5. 1800, and then let's go and put that a little more towards acceleration. Another quali stint, same tyres, off you go. Also going to bring Dulatev in because I think we need to make sure of things. So bringing him a lap early gives us another chance to swap the strategies around a bit. It's a 1:15 lap, so we do have to be somewhat aware here. Also, that just says Dulatev is the slowest of the soft runners, and Dulatev being the slowest of anything is a terrible, terrible thing for us. Okay, so we raised the downforce on Balcazar's car. Let's actually lower it slightly on Dulatev's, just to be on the safe side and make sure we cover the grounds here. Then click the handling back into place. Yeah, we're basically doing the opposite strategy here, and this is purely just to pick up on things. So, out you go on a race trim. Get race level 1 at least. We might be able to do some more stuff here. We want to be focusing, I think, on race at this point. And yeah, okay, so Balcazar we went the wrong way with, so that's fine. Bring Balcazar in, actually, rather than waste time on that. I think we'll get to Quali 1. Oh no, that's race 1 that we're about to get. Okay, so the only thing she didn't like was the downforce. Other than that, we got that set up fine. So, 17.0. 27.0, which is lower than that was by a good margin. I then just need to click these back into more or less the right place. Which apparently is going to be a bit of an awkward one. There we go. That'll have to do. I've spent 30 seconds doing this. There's got to be an easy... I've got to be able to do that with less time. Hold on. So turning that down to 27.27, I then got to move those closer to position. There we go. That's less time. That should hopefully be slightly better. We'll send you out again on quality trim, just get that level 1 done. And we'll probably string you straight in as soon as we get quality done, just so we can get some possibility of race 3. Or at least race 2. But Supersoft 2 will do for now. It's the one downside of not having Renew on the team at the moment, but Renew, I don't think... If Dilithev's doing this badly, we couldn't afford to have Renew as well. But yeez, that's just showing the jump up. Right, Balcazar in. Dilithev in. Straight back out. Okay, that's good. So basically right on it. Oh, we still didn't get quality trim. Alright, fine. That's not what I wanted to do at all, but that'll have to do now. Just going to do one click and hope that's going to make enough of a significant change. So Dilitev on his in-lap. Got quality trim to level 1. Alright, send that out again. This is actually worse, so... Which is depressing, because I know we did the right thing for that. So that was fine. Slow it down for slightly more, but not by a lot. Handling is in the exact optimal position, so it's now about getting the speed balance closer to acceleration. Without necessarily affecting too much. In fact, that might actually just be it. What was that? So that was great, that was good. Okay, that'll do. Race trim, same softs. Save them for the race, and hope that we can get Super Soft level 3 done. I don't think we're going to get much else done, though. Still 4th and 7th. I mean, Dilitev has been doing race laps, and he has bonuses. But yeah, we're just so far back on the field. If we can actually finish 4th and 7th, I'll be massively happy with things. Oh, and we did get Super Soft free, so that's at least something. We have the 15% built up. And look at that. 2 Ferraris in. Oh no, wait, only one of those is a Ferrari. Alright, maybe next year I won't go full red. Maybe I'll go back to my rhubarb and custard scheme. It was definitely unique. Even if it was cursed. But the Ferrari theme seems cursed as well for us at the moment. But, I don't know. We're expecting miracles from this season, obviously, so... Qualifying is wet. And that was not what was on the prediction, but that does... I mean, both our drivers are going to have a static boost going on. And also it's going to be full wet. So I think we're going to have to stay in the car at the moment. Super Soft Quali Trim and Super Soft Quali Trim, I think, is the way we go here. So car setup, we have a 97 for Balcazar, so we'll use that. And we have a 97 for Dulatsev, so we'll use that. We'll take qualifying here because we might have to do the timings. So it's all about how much water goes on track and whether it's going to get to a whether it's going to get dry enough. So some people coming out. This is where weather apps and buying that weather upgrade facility would be very helpful. If it's going to go full dries, I might go on the attack in a moment. I see one more. Okay. Here we go. Balcazar. We're going to send you out, and we're going to send you out on super soft tyres. We're now going to send out you on super soft tyres. This is way too early, actually, but we're doing it anyway. Okay. Auto on. Auto on. Yeah, this is far too early. Track, though, is coming into dry. The downside is, though, I think it's not going to get wet again. This only really works for us if it gets wetter again. So let's stick on Balcazar here. If that weather starts coming down now, it's our benefit. Oh, double perfect there. I'm not sure quite what happened there. Did I just not auto it? Or... Oh, that's what I did. I didn't put the auto on. Alright, fine. So Balcazar should definitely be going faster than these lot. I'm just hoping it rains again, because if it does, then this is a blinding move and I'm going to get the pole position, but... Okay, so Balcazar immediately 2 seconds faster than anybody else. Schmidt is also on soft, so we're not the only people that tried this. Oh, that's the rain! Oh, Dulatsev, come on. Pole position. Pole position. It's there. It's possible if that rain comes in now. We have got this time to perfection. So where is Dulatsev? Green, green. That was good enough for second. Come on, the rain. Because if that comes out now, we might just have managed this. Unfortunately, Schmidt has gone purple. He's gone for 2 laps rather than 1, and that might have put an end to this. I think, though, Valdez goes slower than Dulatsev. Okay. Rain is out. Hopefully this should start ruining times. I think we've done enough. It'll get dry towards the end of a session, but by then it's too late. Are you going to be 2 seconds faster than us on intermediate tyres in these conditions? So I don't think you will be, and Balcazar will take a pole position. And then we will have some interesting decisions to make with Dulatsev. Well, let's just see. We've got some greens, but that's because those guys all set wet lap times. I don't think they're actually competing for us at all. And also the Inters are no longer in their optimal window. In fact, I don't think the Inters were ever in their optimal window here. So it's a bit of a topsy-turvy grid, and we're not the only team from a lower division up the top here. Valdez, I think, is the only legitimate threat in terms of who should be at the top. Well then, the small teams gambled, and the small teams are in the lead. Will this last? It depends entirely on whether Balcazar can get stuff done. But wow, is that a good start. So, yeah, the Scuderia and Bresini. Yeah, we're going to have so many problems holding on to this. Yeah, you're copying that Dragon Race Team China. Look, you can't copy that. Absolutely sacred. Sorry, I just saw one of them complaining at the colour scheme, which, you know, bizarreness. Alright, so we're going to go Engine Expert on Balcazar and Super Soft tyres, and we're going to go for Race Super Softs on Dulatev. So, we're not expecting rain in this race. 26 laps of fuel is the maximum we can put in, so a 32-lap race. How long will the tyres last here? Apparently they'll do 10 laps, so maybe we can put Balcazar on a triple Super Soft strategy here. Which, if she can do it, is amazing. For fuel options, we're going to go for 12 laps of fuel and see how that goes. Dulatev, I think we're going to play a slightly... Actually, we can't... He can't last as long, so he's going to have to be on the Super Softs at some stage. I'd prefer him to be fast initially, because he's going to do a better hold-up job being... I don't know. I almost want Dulatev to be the blocker here, to try and secure a top, higher position by just keeping the other drivers behind. I just don't know if he can do it, because on the soft tyres, he could just easily get mugged. He's going to have so many tricky things to deal with. I guess the only plan then is to go Dulatev 11 laps and try it like that. So Balcazar is going to have to push all out at the start, and I think so is Dulatev here. If we can get a good start, some big points are on offer, and this might be our best chance for big points. So we're going to have to push from the start and try to just see how this goes. So Balcazar, Schmidt, I think he might be the only... I don't know. I don't know. This could be so bad for us in terms of how badly we get mugged, but I think we have to beat the orange car to turn 1. Alright, lights are out, let's go. Balcazar gets a bad start. Dulatev didn't... Oh, actually, no, that's fine. She's held up the guy who had the good start, and now Balcazar is away. But here comes Valdez, and we knew he was going to be a threat. We knew it was going to be him. Dulatev is up to 3rd. Dulatev has done alright. Okay, let's go straight onto the high push then, for the moment. We'll keep Balcazar on attack, and we'll try and separate these two off a bit. So Balcazar, half a second behind Valdez. We know we're about the 9th best car on the grid, so being 2-3 even at the start is impressive enough. Okay, let's speed up time a little bit and see what we can do. The good news is Balcazar seems to be able to keep with Valdez, so that's at least somewhat encouraging on that basis. She is pushing very hard, though. Let's go down to push high then for you as well. Because if we can actually sneak past, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Dulatev has got a car behind him. Our tyres are in optimal window here, but I'm going to have to be cautious with them now. So go neutral, neutral. Keep the fuel burning, especially on Balcazar. Dulatev remains in 3rd, but the gap is not building here. Dulatev down to 4th. Okay. That might be it then. Wexler fastest, and that is immediately going to be the natural order resumed, we would assume. But Dulatev can still fight on from this. Dulatev is a fighter. We know this. Oh, this is going quite well here. The downside is I know the field spread is going to be awkward. And I might have to start conserving some fuel with Dulatev here. I don't think we need to necessarily do it with Balcazar yet, though. The tyres are getting a bit warm. I think Dulatev has finally... Yeah, that's done it. The gap's not big enough at the front. That's the problem we got. That being said, though, Balcazar has managed to hold on to 2nd quite well. Valdez is having a bit of a free run at the top here. Dulatev down to 7th. Balcazar defending, and defending quite hard. Not the easiest thing to get around us at this point. There's the lunge, there's the attempt, and oh, has still not managed it. Ah, darn it. So Balcazar down to 3rd. Okay. Let's go to medium. Let's go medium conserves and just see if we can't keep this going a little bit more. In fact, let's push you high on the fuel here. See if we can't... Oh, PK just got past us and set a fastest lap, so we are definitely a roadblock. Okay, so Balcazar crosses the line. 5.6 laps remaining. We're on lap 7. We know the tyres are probably good for another few laps yet, so let's go the high engine mode. But let's go overtake engine mode for a little bit here. Because Schmidt is our main person we're actually concerned about at this strategy point. Maybe downgrade the high on both. I'm just trying to work out what the limit is. I think the problem we're going to have is that the people on the medium runners are going to be ahead of us soon when we go into the pit lane. We're not pulling away enough from them because we're just genuinely not that fast. Okay, so Dulatev has 3 laps left. I think that's going to be it for him, though. So he's going to have to medium this out. I think Balcazar's kind of on the same boat. Let's see. When you cross the line, how many have you got? 3.5. Dulatev's going to have less than that. In fact, okay, Dulatev can go overtake because I think we might as well try and burn that and do this in 2 laps for him. Get him in on his actual lap strategy. Balcazar can go high and just see what we can do here. We wouldn't mind Dulatev doing a bit of pushing right now, so... Especially as his tyres are destroyed here, so he's going to have to come in next lap. Okay, 2.5 laps for Balcazar, so we can definitely keep that for 2 laps. Okay, Dulatev actually jumping up the field here. Unfortunately, you're going to have to pit at the end of this lap. And I think we now put on the soft tyres here. The medium runners can go for 20 laps, and this is on Dulatev pace. Could Dulatev do a one-stop? Probably not. But I feel if we went a one-stop, we'd have some real problems. But let's go for this. So we reckon 13 laps then. So 13 laps pushing on these tyres. We will probably repair the rear wing as well. As a courtesy, go for a fast pit stop, see what we can do. Since Dulatev has now pushed his tyres to pieces, let's go actually attacking on this. Balcazar is up to 3rd. I did not catch what happened here, but I think somebody must... Yeah, Schmidt has pitted. So Schmidt is now pitted for softs. We're now racing him. And Balcazar ahead of the other Ferrari, who genuinely has a reason to be there. Valdez has pitted. Okay, so this is now Operation Attack. Balcazar goes in. We will pit for another set of softs. I think we'll do this again, another 12-lap stint. Fix the rear wing, because I didn't realise that was going to be that bad. This is awesome. Having the engine just guaranteed safe is amazingly good at the moment. Okay. So in comes Dulatev. For soft tyres, there was a mistake on the tyres. It's going to come out in 12th. Let's go low fuel, medium out of the pits. Okay, so he's got a long, slow race ahead of him. Kind of depressingly, he's about 8 or 9 seconds behind, though I think that's going to cause us some issues. Right, Balcazar then. From 2nd into the pits. Okay. It's low burn on the way in. So for a good one. Rear wing is good, good, good. Okay. And that's all awesome. Let's keep the low burn while we come out of the pits. Okay, high burn, and let's push for tyres. So Balcazar in 7th place at the start of this strategy. He's the only front runner on softs. Bergman is still out. He's being just eaten alive there because he's got no grip left. So we might actually re-overtake for 7th once he pits. In the meantime, we're just hoping Balcazar can keep this kind of honest. Yeah, we go up to 7th here. It'd be good if you got past Valdez, who we are kind of competing with here. He's the direct rival. We got ahead of us at the start, kind of having to try and stay with him. Oh, and we do. I'm phasing through an orange car there, which I assume is a lapped thing. And that's awesome. Okay, up to 6th, and away goes Balcazar. No weather maladies to check on, and we're now looking at the back of the medium runner, who will probably try to go to the end on these. I don't know where we're actually going to stand against the medium runners at this point, but they are now going to be much slower than us. The big concern I think I've got for Balcazar is that we're already kind of burning through our reserves on these tyres. We need them to go to laps. We need to go 7 more laps ideally. I'm also noticing how quickly you're burning yours up, Dulatev, and you need to go even longer if you can. Okay, so Becker from the softs comes in. So Balcazar up to 4th. We now have Wexler right behind us as the only other super soft runner, and immediately past us because he's in a Ferrari. Bergman in the other Ferrari is probably going to catch us up and overtake us very soon, but I'll be honest, we're looking quite good for a top 5 here. Halfway through the race, in 5th, on good strategy. We're going to be on the fastest tyres again. Somebody has pitted, which has dropped us up a position there. Dulatev is in 15th and struggling, but might just get himself some points. I probably should have tried the one stop with him, because I think I could have probably gotten away with it, but he would have been so slow. At least on this strategy, he kind of has an ability to attack a bit more. That being said, I think we're going to go push high and just see what he can do with him. So Balcazar then has 6 more laps of fuel to manage. I'll take it to lap 24. So we don't need this much fuel. We can actually go a bit more on the attack here. Balcazar doesn't suffer for high engine modes, so we can afford to just stay on this, try to increase our pace up to 4th. Well, the medium runners are coming in, and they're actually going quite slowly here. We're only 14 seconds behind the Sharp in the lead on them. And then we'll be on the fast tyres as well. That's the only possible downside with this, but I think everybody else is going to have to stop as well. Okay, Balcazar, what have you got? 4 laps. Yeah, I think we go all in on this strategy here. We go for the high mid. We're kind of overburning your things, though. We're going to overburn the... yeah, I mean, this is just an amazing bit of running here. I mean, unfortunately, we're both going to have to stop once more. And it all depends on whether we're faster than Prigway at the end. I don't think we will be. Still, if we can get past and just... Oh, there we go! Well, at the very least, we're slowing up somebody else's race. Which, you know, if you can't win, interrupting somebody else's race is the way to do it. Okay. Let's downgrade to high. And make sure we get these 2 laps in. We're around the outside, not able to make it stick. We're slowing ourselves up, getting ourselves into range of somebody else here. Okay. So medium, we can do... Actually, no, let's start it now. Overtake neutral, pit this lap. On for a new set of super soft boots. 10 laps to go to the end. Could I get away with just 7? I'd have to low burn it, but I think I could do that. Oh, that's a problem. But I'm going to have to do it. We have genuine chance at points here, so I've got to have a go at this. Problem is, this is slowing us up. And look at where Dulatev has gotten himself. He's up into 10th. He's going to have a splash and dash and then charge, I think, but he's not as good as charging, so who knows? Who knows? Right, in we come. Low fuel this into the pits. Try to save a little bit here. We need to save at least a little fuel. But I also know we have to attack this. Okay. Going to push for tyres, go medium on fuel to start with, and we're going to hope that we can go faster than Pigway at the moment. Meanwhile, think we go and pit Dulatev here. Onto that, we know we can do 9 laps. He's got 9 laps of fuel in the car. He's got various parts that look like they're dodgy, but I think we're going to have to risk things. Yeah, we're going to have to risk things. He's not going to score. He's not going to score points if we don't risk this. So we'll just repair the brakes because they're the most critical. Fast pit stop. Well, Fisher has retired. Where was Fisher in relation to us? I don't know. We're currently 8th and 9th. Okay, that's got to be good for us. Okay, low fuel while we do this. Okay, that's the excess fuel count. Let's go for this then. Push neutral. See where we end up. Balcazar then has 9 laps to go. Has excess fuel in the tank. Let's go double high. Where is Bigway and how far behind are we? We're about 40 seconds behind actually. I think we lost our chance to get ahead of him this race because if we didn't have to repair our parts, I think we could have probably fought for top 5. Currently though, we're on for good points. I'll be honest. There's 2 drivers in front of us that we might get past. We might still hit top 5, but it's dodgy now. Before, I think if we didn't have to repair, I think we had top 5. So now I've just got to be aware of things. I think actually you can go pushing as well. Getting double point score though is not a bad result at the end of this. 6th place for us. Valdez and Bergman are there, and some of them are going to have mechanical failures by the look of this. So maybe there's a chance we can push them a bit harder than we're going. Balcazar, fastest sector 2. We are going harder than Valdez right now, and he might just fall off. Maybe we will get ahead of him. Fortunately, Balcazar is cooking her tyres, and that's unfortunately meant I'm going to have to back off. And back off, get them cooled, and I think I'm going to have to do similar things with Dulatev, unfortunately. As we do, unfortunately, need you to finish. Let's see if we can hold it on conserve, but Nina Holtz is retired. Unfortunately, Holtz was behind us, I'm fairly sure. What are you reckoning's worrying you? Quite a lot of things are worrying Dulatev. That's a problem. Alright. He's in 9th place, though. He's on for points. I've got to keep this up. Double point scores are going to be few and far between, I feel. Alright, Balcazar really is now settling for 6th. Becker behind is a problem, potentially. He's faster than us as well. And also, Balcazar has no more excess fuel to go through. So I imagine on those medium tyres, yeah, we might lose 6th. What about 7th? I don't think we'll lose 7th, even though he is gaining on us. I just don't see him as being that much of a threat. Dulatev may lose 9th, but that's because he's going to have to be cautious. Well, it's time for Balcazar to be a hero. Okay, we're going to go up to 5th. Temporarily. Dulatev then goes up to 8th. 2 laps to go. Excess fuel in both tanks. Dulatev doesn't really... Dulatev was overtaken by Wexler. I don't think we can really fight a Ferrari on this one. So we'll just leave that alone. So Balcazar up to 5th. Complaining a couple of parts looking dodgy. That doesn't surprise me at all. Let's go overtake mode on this fuel if we can for a little bit. See if we can push a bit of a gap here. See, we kind of underfueled this car as well, but we're doing well. 2 laps to go. Okay, there's the cross point. So we now have 2 laps on this kind of pace. Let's push for tyres as well, because we need to do all we can to get this. And Valdez. Why did you get past Valdez? Oh, Valdez pitted. Awesome. Will we hold on to 4? 4th would be a phenomenal achievement here. Situational advantage. We took pole and 4th. We're not that fast, but you know what? We held off. Let's go high again. We need to push some fuel out of the car while we can. Through the S's. Out of the acceleration points. 0.76. Going to heat this up as high as I can. We're going to go cook over. We're going to go attacking on the tyres now. every small bit of advantage we can squeeze out of this. 1/3 of a lap to go. Less than that. 0.17, 0.12. We take 4th place happily. Also, Dulesev guaranteed 8th because he finished on the same lap. Double points finish. Cannot complain at that. We hit both sponsor objectives as well. Got a pole out of this. Pole and 4th for Balcazar. That's a huge points haul for us. So yeah, strategy absolutely spot on. We knew we could do the free with Balcazar. Dulesev unfortunately had to go on the slower tyre, and in the slow car that was always going to be a problem for us. But still, quite an impressive recovery. I know we were helped by retirements, but even ignoring those, Balcazar was top 6. And if we hadn't have to make the repairs that we did, we probably could have got 3rd on merit from the results of this. I don't know. How far behind were we in the end? 23 seconds. Alright, maybe not. But we did spend a lot of repair time, so it's possible. Possible. Let's see the scrutineering. Did anybody try to cheat? Please say so. I'd love to be on the podium. No, nobody cheating today. So, Drivers' Championship standings. Balcazar, 20 championship points, is 4th. Dulasev's 4 points put him up into 10th in the overall championship. Gives us 24 points overall, puts us nice and positioned in 4th. Currently, 2 teams yet to score any points. This is good. We need 2 teams to not score any points as often as possible, especially those 2 teams. Well, the situation's favoured us, but you cannot deny that we have a hero worthy to surpass Dulesev. Dulesev may yet re-surpass her if we keep these 2 drivers for long enough. It seems unlikely because I have an odd feeling we may have to replace one or both of these with 5-star drivers. And soon. 2.3 million though, I am never going to complain at. That's a good result for us. Good result for the team. Let's see what we can do. Until the next time.